Hey y'all, welcome back to Dom Delivers. You already know what it is. I'm here to drop some gems, spit the real, and help you level all the way up. I'm your host, Dom, and today we're going to be diving into something really, really deep. Listen, the most important relationship you'll ever have is not with your boo, not with your man, not with your bestie, not even with your mama. Truth is, the real relationship is the one you have with yourself. And if that hits a little too hard, good. I want you to stick it out with me. So last week we had the opportunity to talk about self-love and boundaries. Y'all was in my DMs and y'all were going crazy. Y'all was telling me about how you were saying no to the nonsense and stepping into your power. Trust and believe, I see you. But today, we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be leveling up even further. I know healing and creating a relationship is so important, but it's really unshakable. So that nobody, and I mean nobody, not your man, not your boss, not your friend, anybody can knock you off your square, kill your vibe. Because let's be real, if you can't sit with yourself, how can you expect anybody else to? Here's your opportunity. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab your wine, grab your water, because we're on a healthy journey to be better. I really want to know who you are outside of the noise. Who are you when nobody's watching? Not the version of you that you show up on the gram or the one where you're trying to impress folks, just you. Now, if that question makes you pause, good, because that means we got work to do. So let me tell you something personal. I used to be in a toxic relationship. And I mean, toxic doesn't even begin to describe what it was. I was bending over backwards for people. I was doing everything. You call me, Dom, I need this, I need that. I was going. But then when it ended, I was like, who am I? Girl, I don't even know who I am. So I had to sit with myself and really ask the question, who am I without this person? Now, this could be a man, this could be a best friend, but let me tell you, that question was scary as hell. And I think that was the beginning of like my healing journey. I got quiet. I got ghost. I turned my phone off. I stopped scrolling. I sat with myself. And trust and believe, those first few days, that silence was super loud. But over time, I felt like I started to hear myself, my thoughts, my dreams, and stuff that I buried because I was too busy living for other people, living for everybody else, and not living for me. So here's the challenge. Here's the ask. Here's what I want you to do. Just 60 minutes with yourself. Take 60 minutes with yourself. No scrolling, no distractions. And I just want you to journal. What comes up? How do you feel? What did you learn? You know, y'all can hit me up, Don Diva Dom, and let me know how it goes. All right. So everybody's trying to figure out life. And one way that I tried to figure out life was definitely doing a little solo date. So now we're going to talk about solo dates. And I know some of y'all eye rolling me right now because you're like, Dom, I'm not about to sit at a restaurant all by myself. But the real question is, but why not? What are you waiting for? You waiting for somebody else to give you what you can give to yourself? Got a story for you. So the first time I took myself out, I was super nervous. I went to this cute little cafe in Rockland, ordered the best pancakes of my life. You know, with the crispy edges, delicious. At first I felt like everybody was staring at me, but truth be told, nobody was worried about me. I was eating, they were eating, we was minding our business. So let me tell you, now solo dates are truly a part of my regular routine because I'm a whole vibe by myself. I'm talking about let's go to the movies, let's go to museums, fancy dinners, you name it, I'm doing it. And I really just want y'all to take a walk with me. The year was 2019. I just snagged a new role at work. Big win, shouts out to me. So I decided I'm gonna throw on this cute little black dress, pair with some thigh-high boots, and beat my face to perfection. I said, Dom, where do you wanna go? And I just decided Brooklyn Chop House. It was. I walked in, they were like, table. I said, table for one. And I definitely said it loud. The vibe was super dope, immaculate. Dim lights, the smell of that garlic butter. The waiter, she was hyping me up like we were besties. By the end of the night, trust and believe, I was a little tipsy. I don't know what they put in them drinks back then, but baby, I was tipsy, but I was also high off life. It was awkward a little bit, but here's what I learned. This is my version of self-care. So here's my challenge. Here's my ask. Here's what I want you to do. Take yourself out. It don't got to be nothing extra. It don't gotta be nothing big, but just do something special. Why? Because you deserve it. So you know you could tag me, post a picture, slide in my DMs, Don Diva Dom on the socials, and let me hype you up. If you don't want me to repost it, I won't. Now let me tell you something. This healing journey, it ain't cute, but it's necessary. I'm talking ugly cry in your car. I'm talking sitting with your feelings, asking yourself, why did I put up with that? Why did I put up with you? I've been there. I remember a few years ago, I was crying over a friendship that ended. I was giving 1,000% for my friend. I was showing up and my friend was not giving nothing back. You know what hurt? Staying. So I was like, I gotta get up out of there. I walked out. Here's what I realized, and the old folks told me this a long time ago. They told me that you can't heal in the same place that broke you. That space is toxic. You got to change it. If you're sick, if your circle, your friend group is draining, you got to switch up because, baby, we protecting our peace all the time. Speaking about protecting our peace, let's talk about rejection, because rejection sometimes is redirection. Trust and believe. Y'all, rejection, I know it hurts. I got a story time for you. So I used to talk to this guy. For the sake of this conversation, we're gonna call him D. D was fine as hell. We vibe, we text, we talk for hours. I shot my shot, and guess what? D was like, you're amazing, but I'm not ready for anything serious. Bruh. Instantly, I was crushed. But here's the plot twist. D turned out to be a whole fraud. He was juggling chicks like it was a sport. So that rejection, it felt like a loss. But trust and believe, baby, it was a blessing. So here's the gem, here's the takeaway. Rejection ain't nothing personal. It's redirection. What's meant for you definitely won't miss you. In the midst of thinking about what's for you won't miss you, I think that we need to start cultivating and sustaining a better relationship with ourselves. So when you're building that relationship with yourself, you got to do maybe 3-4 things. First thing, I need you to check in with yourself. Ask yourself those hard questions. How am I feeling? How am I feeling in my body? What do I need? You got to definitely set those boundaries. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and check last week's episode. Set those boundaries, because people will drain you, and we will not allow that in 2025 and beyond. And last but not least, I want you to celebrate you. Big or small, every win matters. So let me tell you what I like to do. On the weekends, probably every Sunday, I do what I like to call a little Dom check-in. I light a candle, any flavor from Bath & Body Works. I grab my little journal and I reflect. It keeps me grounded and aligned, because it's the little things that I do today that'll make a better tomorrow. We talked about getting to know you, taking yourself on a solo date, healing and how it's not pretty, but it's necessary. Rejection is really protection. And lastly, being consistent with yourself is the only way that you could thrive. Because, you know, the longest relationship you'll ever be in is the one with yourself. So you got to treat yourself like gold. I just want to thank you guys for coming, listening to me, spending time with me. So next week, we're going to be diving into finding your dream circle, finding your tribe, leveling up with your friends, and cutting off the dead weight. You don't want to miss it. If you got to this point, I appreciate you. Thanks for rocking with Dom Deliver. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share my episode. Tag me on them solo pics. Slide in my DMs. Until then, stay real, stay you, and keep on delivering. Peace.